Something completely insane has been happening in Marvel Rivals recently, and when I first heard about this, I honestly couldn't believe it was real, because apparently people created a bounty website where players can literally place a reward on someone's head inside the game. Yes, like an actual bounty. The idea is simple. Someone goes to the website and places money on a specific player, then other players try to join matches with that person and intentionally sabotage the game to make them lose. If they succeed, they get paid. And this is where things start getting really chaotic, because according to reports, the website takes about 20% of the reward, while the player who ruins the match collects the rest, which means trolling inside the game suddenly became a business, and the people who suffered the most from this were streamers. In one case that went viral, a streamer had such a large bounty placed on them that several players in the same match were trying to sabotage the game at the same time. At one point, 3 players on the same team had died more than 50 times each, and they weren't even trying to hide it. Some players were literally spawning in and immediately jumping off the map, over and over and over again. Imagine trying to play a competitive match where half the lobby is intentionally throwing the game for money. Matches were becoming completely unplayable. But strangely enough, the situation got even more chaotic, because once the bounty website became widely known, some players actually started targeting the bounty hunters themselves. Instead of letting them sabotage the match, they would hunt them down in the game so they couldn't complete the bounty, which basically turned matches into complete madness. At that point, the situation had grown so big that Marvel Rivals finally responded. The developers released an official statement saying they had identified a dangerous trend where players were being financially incentivized by third-party websites to sabotage matches. They also announced a zero-tolerance policy against this behavior and said they would begin banning players involved. Interestingly, shortly after the controversy exploded online, the bounty website suddenly shut down. Well, kind of. Some people claim the system is still running privately through Discord servers, just no longer in public. Before disappearing, the people behind the site even defended themselves. They argued that their platform only existed because the game developers had previously failed to properly punish trolls and match sabotage. So according to them, they were simply exposing a problem that already existed. But obviously not everyone agrees with that, because turning trolling into a paid activity might be one of the fastest ways to destroy a competitive game. So now I'm curious what you think about this situation. Do you think websites like this should be banned immediately? Or do you think they exposed a problem that the developers should have fixed long ago? Let me know what you think in the comments. And remember, embrace reality and deal with it.